And we are back for our third map of the night. We are in for Night Haven Labs. Now that is not working on there, so I'm just going to quickly refresh Labs. That should hopefully. Let's just refresh the in-game overlay. There we go. We have Labs. Beautiful stuff. Now, can I actually get rid of the mouse cursor? No. There you go. Even more beautiful. Right, there we go. So we have the mid-off versus the tank top terrors. Mid-off composing of Corey and Eric, and tank top terrors being Sam and Connor. Now, he's had a good night, I think. He's just struggled, I think, in the teamwork department. I think is where he struggled. That's where I think the struggle has come from. If from an observer's POV, the teamwork and working in synergy with his teammates. Connor, on the other hand, he's not even leading his teammates to victory. He's been doing a lot of the hard work himself. Incredible plays, incredible flanks, and all the norm you've sort of grown to expect from him over the last couple tournaments. So we're going to be going into this expecting tank top terrors to take this one dominantly. Sam needs this boost to his round differential. We were working out some calculations before the game, and if he wants to avoid last, he needs a positive. He needs a positive 3-round differential, which means he can have. Okay, new operator. Interesting. So if Sam wants to stay out of bottom, he needs to have a positive 3-round differential in this one. He needs to have a positive 3-round differential. Now, luckily, we had a bit of an extended break, so I was actually able to take a chance and sit down and have a bit of a chat to the players. Chat to either, because normally we all go in a team, we all go in a voice chat together, whereas this time I was able to go in with them individually in their own team voice chats and sort of see what's been cooking. Mid-off are going into this knowing that they're very much underdogs. If there was an underdog tonight, it's this team of mid-off. They're not expecting to win this at all. Don't blame them. So they're going into it with a bit of fun and just basically try and throw Sam's mental in the bin before the main bracket clashes kick off in October. Tank top terrors, on the other hand, well, Sam does not want his reputation to be tarnished with a bottom finish. He wants to get on the board. He wants to get a win, and he wants to avoid bottom. And to do so, he's got to win this with a positive 3-round differential. He's got to win this 4-1 or 4-0. Anything else is failure. He's got the MVP so far on his side. He's got his own gun skill. They should be able to make that happen.
5 seconds left.
But as we've learned, Rainbow Six Siege is a game not played on paper. We do not know if that is going to be the case. This could very much go all the way. Hell, 2 rounds for mid-off, and that's success for them. So, let's get into it. Night Haven Labs. So, let's see what's going on here. We're seeing with a top floor defense here. Corey on his army, Eric on the Valkyrie. Good intel. Meanwhile, on the side of tank top terror, this is default. We're used to seeing this combination. Ace and Thatcher is probably one of the more played combinations here. Sammy's looking for an early pick through IT, but not going to be able to get it. Connor's droning in ahead of him, and I think these are going to be some fast rounds. I've got a feeling. Labs is Corey. Hello, ring Corey. Hi. That's the first run out we've had all night. Okay. Well, that was unexpected. Sam's running about. Still stuck outside IT. Drones are in IT, just scouting him out, trying to find the players. Drone economy-wise, we've only lost one for the tank top terrors so far, but what they've lost so far is a minute of time. Not got much from it. They've got IT wall open, but it wasn't relatively contested to start with, so that was something that obviously Middle were willing to forfeit. Corey is stuck up against Keybers in servers. Eric is hidden behind the computers up in command. Now, Sam making his way into the balcony. He sees one. He sees Corey's head. And Corey's, well, he's going to hear it, and he's going to move. And more importantly, he's going to use the Keeper to deny some more angles. Corey knows. Question is, who picks whose head here? Corey's watching it, but not giving Sam enough to be able to get a kill from it. It's a very, very tight pixel angle here. We use the Selma, try and force some movement, but I don't know if that's the play. It's going to open up more angles for him. And it means that Eric can now join in this fray as well. He can see Sam, and he can very easily pick off his head. Yeah, see there. He's using the black eye. He can watch it. Hell, he could get Corey to go into a safe position and watch it himself. It's a bit of a stalemate here. Minute left on the clock, and this all favours mid-off. This is tense. Who could go ahead here? And honestly, this could set the pace tempo for the game going. 50 seconds now. Time's dwindling. Sam's going to make his move in. Eric's going to be the first to fire shots. Gets a computer blown clean off the wall. And really, it's a struggle to find an opening here for the tank top terrors. He knows there's a Valkyrie can, but with 35 seconds on the clock, you're running low on time. You've got to make something happen here. And these players are not moving from these positions. Corey, he's just seen Sam run by. Eric's going to get one of his own. And Corey, gunfight going on with Sam. Sam's left clutch this in 1 versus 2. He gets Corey. He could get Eric. He's clutched off on this site before, on the attack. A very similar position. He's done it once. He may well do it again. But he's taking a lot of damage from Eric. He's got 15 seconds. He's got to get the kill here. He's got no choice. He's going to run. He's going to somehow survive. And he's actually going to get... Oh, my God. Sam, no way. This site seems to just produce clutches in this man. He has just gunned his way through that. 1 versus 2. And, well, that's 1 of 4. Go, Sam. Well, then, round 2. That was a really, really good start there from mid-off. It looked like they will win that, but that clutch factor that's been sitting in Sam, it's come awake on Nighthaven Labs, it seems. And what a bet. There is no better time than now to pull it out of the bag, to get that clutch going. You need it now. This is where you need the clutch. As I say, they need that 4-1 half. I'm going to reiterate that all game, because that is really what they needed. They have no choice but to have the 4-1 half. Because if they don't, it's game over. Now, let's see what ends up happening here. We're in basement. It's a strong site. And the wall denial's been bought. Sam's going to switch off the ace and onto the striker. Just bring a bit more flexibility, I think. And it's a good call to make. Definitely, for sure. You know, striker brings a lot of utility, and in these lower player camp lobbies, that utility is invaluable. Flores is going to be destroying a lot of the other utility lying around, but the question is, does Sam have hard breach? Yes, he does. He's got the self-hard breach combo. If Corey tries bandit trick, and he may struggle a bit with only 2 of those impact TMPs. But, and is Corey going to do it? Yes, he's tucked on that wall, ready. Now, first wall's going to be opened up, but it's not even going to be contested. It's going to be opened, and now here comes the bandit trick game. Second TMP is going to go out, and presumably Corey successfully is going to get the bandit trick off here. No, he actually electrifies the wrong wall and it gets opened. A little bit of a misplay there. But the key is these walls aren't massive. And they're not able to get drones through them because the electric fields have gone back up. Both walls. So, it's... Oh, that's bad. That's an early pick there. Eric's fallen. Corey's left in a 1 versus 2. That's the opening you want for the tank top terrors. And they could, even though they've only got 2 small openings here, they should be able to make push through this effectively. Corey can only watch one of them at a time, and they seem to know he's not watching that one. Corey's going to go opt for the rotate. Drone is going to spot him out, but does he know they're already in? Maybe he does, maybe he doesn't. He's going to fall back behind column. And well, tank top terrors, they're inanimous. They're getting ready to move inside. Drone's going to be going in. Connor's going to be caught looking the wrong way. Corey gets a kill. And now it's the ranked duo against each other in a 1 versus 1. Sam forced to clutch up yet again. Going to continue using the drone. He's going to get Corey's position red. And the thing is, Corey doesn't know his position's been made either. But Corey's actually able to get damage onto Sam here. Attackers recovered the diffuser. Diffuser's picked up, and Sam instead, he's going to opt to rotate towards the other side. Good call from him there. I think it's a difficult position to attack that column. Sam's going to opt for go for something different, but the sound of him hopping through that shock wall is going to give it away, and it seems like we might be seeing a diffuse play here. There you go. Diffuser's going to be going down, and Corey is going to be going for the long rotate, it seems. No, he falls out of sight. He doesn't know the kit's going down. And there you go. Sam's got the kit down. Now Corey has to push, and this is where the situations where he does tend to struggle a bit. Can't lie. These retake situations, these ones where he's forced to be aggressive. He's only got one doorway to go through here, and Sam, he can just tuck himself on a box with a very tight pixel angle unless Corey gets... And no, he's going to see the laser. He's going to know, but he's not going to be looking the right way. Sam's going to get it. 2 aces in a row for him and a second round on the board. He said he wanted to win this and avoid bottom. Well, he may well just be doing that. Winning the tournament, it's off the table for him at this point. He isn't going to win this. Reason being, Connor's on his team. If Sam does well, he boosts his points up, but he also boosts Connor up by the same amount, meaning that you can't actually overtake him. Whereas, same as if he loses, Connor still places a high position, and Sam loses as well. So Sam, first place isn't out of the question here. I think for Sam, it's more defending the sort of fear and the the fear and the legacy that he has within the Showdown series. Because this will be the first mainline Showdown series he's ever lost. 1 and 2, and obviously 3 was never played, but 1 and 2 he's had dominance over. 3 he played really well across the board in it. Showdown Series 4 though, it's shown other things. It's shown some really, really strong plays from Connor, and well, he could be on for a flawless night. And in Showdown Series 1 when he played, he was actually, off memory, Showdown Series 1, just while the prep phase gets underway here, I'm going to pull up the spreadsheet and have a bit of a look for it. But off memory, Showdown Series 1, Connor was one of the lower performing players in that. He actually really struggled there. Let's take a look-see here. Duo Showdown, as we were once called upon a time. Let's have a look at point-wise. Yeah, so point-wise speaking, it was actually Connor. Sam had 10 points. Sam had 10 points. Eric had 8. Corey had 6. Oliver had 5. Connor only actually was able to secure 1 point that night. That wasn't even round differential. That was points. He actually only got that 1 point for bringing a game into overtime. So from going from the bottom of the pile to only, and keep in mind, he didn't play Showdown Series 2 either. So within 3 tournaments, he's been able to actually go from the bottom of the pile to the top. It proves that anyone can do it. And it's what I want to see out of the Showdown Series. It's this talent making. It's these amazing players getting an opportunity to show how good they are and improve. And Connor's doing that. He's really warming into this now, and he's becoming a real threat. And Eric, and the question is, he's not had such a good start here though. Like, Labs hasn't been his map so far. You could put that down to he doesn't know it so well. He doesn't play the game as much. He's an older player, so the older map, Skyscraper, Outback, a bit more suited. Labs isn't his territory, and I can't recall, but this is one of the few times he's not played it much, so this will be new to him. Whereas Sam loves this map, so it's natural. Connor's performance will take a hit, but it's not to take away from anything. He's had such a good tournament, and you know we've had situations before where the winner's not necessarily been the MVP. No, here Connor's going to win this thing very likely, and he's definitely the MVP throughout the night, no doubt. Eric and Corey, they've had good performances too throughout the night. Corey's had a good, you know, his kill counts haven't been high, but when he's needed stepped up, he has, having quite a few clutch moments for his team. And speaking of, I don't know if the tank top terrors know about the one crept in IT here. I don't know if they know he's dead. No, they don't. Connor drops. He's currently going 0 and 3. It's left on Sam to pull yet another ace out of his pocket. And what operator better to do it on than Ace? As he starts on that journey, taking a bit of chip damage off Eric, but it seems like Corey's ready to swing for the kill, but Eric said no. Hold back, play time. They know where he is. They can just wait him out. Sam's got a minute to make this happen, and well, we've said it before. This side, it does wonders. This site does wonders for Sam. He has clutch factor on this site. He always seems to be able to pull one out of his butt, but can he do it again? There's 50 seconds left on the clock. He will be able to secure that diffuser. But then he's cautious of Corey, because Corey's going to be able to do a lot of damage to him. Sam's taking a lot there. And he doesn't even know it's actually from in IT. You're playing a Pro League CUD rule set here, keep in mind. Eric, he's playing tight, and Sam's able to drop one. Now, this is where he got a bit cheeky there. And Sam, he loves to clutch on this site. If he does it again, but he's not going to know Corey. And that, Corey, ace from him. And like I said a second ago, when he needs to step up most, he's there. Tank top terrors did not know about his position stuck up there in IT. Whether it was the distraction of the observation blocker, I think that's what it was. And mid-off, take a timeout off that half. This is something I actually gave them the heads up to do. I said to them, you know, I gave them the reminder. The timeout doesn't have to necessarily be a strategical. It can just be a pause. It can just be a there. And I think nothing better than Corey, who, you know, not to say, not to talk down, but he's not always the player we expect an ace from, and there you are. He's just gone. He's just gone. He got an ace from a position that they had no idea he was in, and now Sam's going to have to sit and dwell on that for 45 seconds with the tactical timeout. So it's an opportunity to call it, possibly trying to get in his head a little. And I think that's what mid-off we're trying to do here. They were really trying to get this off. They're just trying to get in Sam's head a little, because they know if they can get in his head, they can definitely get some rounds off him, and they've borderline made their play. They very much have almost made their play here. All they need is one more round, and if we end up on a +2, so if we, just to reiterate, if we end up with mid-off, if we end up with the tank top terrors winning this one 4-2, Sam does remain in bottom place, and we'll actually have to do a tiebreaker 1 versus 1 with Eric to settle for third. Oh no, he'll end up in second. So he can. So Sam can definitely have a good chance at going for second, but if he wants to guarantee that second, he needs to make this a win here and now. And even then he doesn't. If they could actually got our maths slightly wrong, he can actually get away with a 4-2 and the positioning doesn't change. And if anything, but the one thing that does change is he gets substantially what you'd consider an easier opponent in for a tiebreaker. If he loses this, if this game is lost 4-2, he has to face Eric in a tiebreaker 1v1. If this game is lost 4-1, he gets to face Corey, who tends to struggle in the one. As I said, struggles in the 1 versus 1s, which would definitely be probably a difficult one. Whereas Eric, we saw it in Showdown Series 1.5, where we did a little 1v1 for funsies. Eric can win those, and there's a very real risk it could slip away from Sam, and he could end up in 4th there. He's playing for 4-5 away, and he can't win this. He can't win this in 1st anymore. It's now just the case. However, no, I've got the math completely wrong again, haven't I? Sam can completely avoid 1st. This is why I shouldn't do math inside of games. I should write these down beforehand. If the tank top players are able to win this 4-3, they will have enough points to be able to stave off. Yeah, because they'll win it. If they win this 4-3, they have a +1, which means Sam is then locked into 2nd place. So if Sam can win this flawlessly from this point, he'll be locked into 2nd for the night. Which is a pretty good stand in all things considered, considering the start. However, if he loses any more rounds, he'll be at best 3rd and at worst 4th. And of course, the more he loses, the harder opponents he's going to have to face. So there's the stakes here. Bit of a messy overview, but that's the stakes we're looking at here. And Sam is dropped down underneath to get onto the round in ahead. Seeing a bit of an internal approach to this top floor. We don't normally see people coming through the connector and terrace. It's a very unusual sight. It's very unusual to sort of see players take this from the east. Normally see them approach it from the west, IT and balcony. But Sam, he's got the long angle with his DMR, and he's been pulling the weight this game, really. Connor, he's really not been having a good game. Compared to the highlights of the first few rounds, it's not been quite there. EMP is going to open up the wall, and finally, at long last, the wall's going to be open up. And Connor, he's going to be the first one to likely face it. Sam's watching the long angles on the doors with Syria gates. Connor, he's tucked on a prone position with a very nasty little angle. Eric's droning, and he does know, and he's probably given the call-outs to Corey, but the question is, does Corey want to take that gunfight? Yes, he does, and he's going to be able to drop Connor 0-4, really not his game, and yet again, we're asking Sam to go nuclear here. This site, as I said, brings out clutches in him, but can he do it a second time this game? He's 1 for 1 on attempts at clutching this site at the minute. Time is on his side this time, and he's got DM14, an extremely powerful gun that will just sing. Now, he knows one's about to be rushing through there, and he's going to do a lot of damage to Eric and actually be able to finish off the job. But his position will be known, and it's Corey, who's having a really good game go so far, going 4-2. Defend it off, 15 seconds, and he's got to get in. He's got to get the kill, or go for the kill, and that seems like we're going to be going for a bit of a bait plant, bit of a bait and switch, and Sam's going to be able to get it. He does it again. He just can't stop winning on this site, can he? Avoid going to command center when Sam's back, because this is his territory. He is currently 3 for 4 on clutches in this site across the entirety of the Showdown series. Like, huh? How? What? And Tank Top Terrors move to match point. This is really where we want to see mid off. Now, this is the round for all the brownies here. For Sam, this is 2nd place. Connor, near enough guaranteed 1st at this point. Sam is the storyline we're going to follow here. He's a star player who's now struggling to stay in contention. In contention for 2nd, let alone 1st. This is where you're going to look at this right now. Head into round 5. Still got 2 rounds of regulation to play, but as I said, for mid-off, that's not the goal. Mid-off the round, the goal is to get 2, because that locks Sam out of 2nd place. And I think for Eric and Corey, that's going to be good results, because that means one of them, I believe that will actually be Corey. That'll be Eric this time round, is going to be sitting in 2nd place, quite handy-dandy.
Wall secured.
And Sam will be 1v1 Corey for bottom spot. But it's a very interesting turnout on things. Not normally what we've seen from these players. It's a bit topsy-turvy this tournament, but then this is what happens when you don't play in a while. Things change, seasons change. As I say, this is the first time actually playing on the New Blood patch. We've not actually had a Showdown series all season. So all the balancing changes, we're still getting used to those. Eric and Corey, I think that could be going for a vertical play. And there's not going to be much hard breach on the board.
Attackers must locate and defuse a bomb.
And we're going in from the helipad side. I'm going to be going for what seems like a very vertical play here onto the basement side of Nighthaven Labs. We're going for the first floor. Straight into the warehouse. Just a little bit of debris blocking the way. But look, the footprints from where Sam went to reinforce the hatch a second ago are fresh. There you go. His positions are found. They know he's downstairs, so they know. Oh, the one person who has been up here, he's gone now. They're safe. And now, here comes the problem. The vertical play is going to come in. And they're going to be aware that's what's coming now. They're aware that the next thing comes is vertical play. The sound of it wasn't all made all the more obvious by those boogie drones. Absolutely, as you can see, they're tearing the floorboard apart. Absolutely ripping things up. And forcing the players of the tank top terrors out of positions, giving them some very difficult areas to fight. Now, turns out the cargo basement, the warehouse camera's actually been left up. Eric's chilling up, but they're just looking for freebies at this point, but I don't think they're going to count for Sam, who's pushing up. Corey, he sees one. Does he want to risk taking the shots though, Sam? Connor's shooting. Sam's also been found out by the Inox again, but they're just chilling. Not much has come from this vertical play, both here and when it was done on Outback. They're just breathing slowly with it. C4's going to go up. I don't know where that was thrown. That was thrown. Not a clue. And now we're downstairs. Here what could be made up. Final Inox is going to be going out. C4 was ripped. Didn't actually do anything. Took 10 health off of Corey. Not much. Sam's tucked away in Animus. Connor's tucked behind the pillar. And now, time's whittling away here. They've really got to make something go from the side of Midoff. They've got to make something happen. Clock's ticking away, and I just don't think there's much. Corey's waiting from the vertical angle above to really try and get something off of Sam. And the question is he going to be able to get a freebie off of him? They know he's behind the pillar, but are they actually going to be able... You see his shoulder, but no, Corey just doesn't see it behind the pillar. It's a lot easier to see with these outlines, mind you. But that hatch being closed is really wasting a lot of time there. And Connor, he's on the board now. He's got his kill. He's got his one. And he may well possibly be getting a second here. Corey left in the ever so common 1v2 position here. He's going to run in and Connor's going to get the ace. Tank top terrors secure a 4-1 victory. But most importantly for Sam, he staves off bottom place. And what we're going to do is we're going to take a bit of an extended break for a couple minutes. We're going to work out the tiebreakers, get those map vetoes going through, and we will be back ever so shortly. So don't go anywhere. We will be back ever so shortly.